Let's... Damn. Right. So, is that how you learn Japanese?
Yes, indeed. Your manga, I believed, as I believe you call it, taught me a good deal. I do so love reading manga, particularly the 4-panel ones with funny jokes. They always lifted my spirits when I felt down.
Do aliens even have spirits? Imagine if that's like a show, like, you know, all the ghost hunter shit, like, and like all the different paranormal shit, kind of like have that idea, but it's like paranormal ghost hunters, but they're aliens, and there's like different species of aliens have different type of hostility and shit like that, seeing how it would be different to human ghosts.
I've longed since my childhood to visit the planet which produced such amusing tales, so that I might better immerse myself in your culture.
I'm sorry, how is reading manga, like I can guess I can kind of understand learning it, but speaking and pronouncing it is completely different from reading it.
So I thought I might better immerse myself in your culture. There isn't much I do not know, but I am willing to learn. I want to discover all Earth has to offer with you, darling.
Ina's bright smile pierces my heart. She's so earnestly optimistic. I can't help but find her charming. It doesn't hurt that she's so pretty either. It's a relief that, despite being an alien, she's undoubtedly humanoid. She has the correct configuration of limbs, as far as I can see. Just imagine you go to, like, undress her, right? And as you pull down, like, her panties, a fucking third limb comes up like a jack-in-the-box and, like, starts jerking you off and just tightening its grip. Dun 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 dun. Only one head, and her teeth don't seem to be razor sharp. Well, if she fucking has any, it doesn't look like she has teeth. Doesn't her attire, maybe just me, but the colors kind of remind me of the Mass Effect character. If she were a space octopus with squirming tentacles, I'd find it hard talking to her. No matter how well-meaning she is, she looks so like a regular human, it's pretty easy to talk to her. Maybe it's like a holographic thing, where it's like merely letting you see what you would be more comfortable, but not actually her actual form, you know that? Great, now I want to draw a, like, thick octopus alien bitch. Wrapped almost like kind of like the design of Cthulhu, but like the limbs are more Octodad. Like you try and push her away, but her like the tentacles around her face wraps around you and she kisses you. I can feel she trying to kiss me, but her fucking beak is cutting my lips. It hurts. No matter how well-meaning she is, but she looks so like a regular human, it's pretty easy to talk to her. That outfit of hers is really something else, though. It's, good to meet you, Ina. I clear my throat in an attempt to regain my composure, but I'm not so sure about your marriage proposal. We're not known one another long enough to consider it. And I'm too young to make such a life-altering decision. We might have to put that on hold for now.
What? Really?
Ina pouts.
But I was hoping we could be wed forthwith. to secure my citizenships upon this planet.
Oh, you just won my fucking green card, you space fish. You just won my vacuum card. I'm kind of retarded. I make myself a cup of tea, and then I put like 2 teaspoons, right? And that's the amount I should have, right? But then I look at it and I'm like, and I think if there's like a little bit too little, I'm like, maybe a little bit more. It wouldn't hurt. What, you know, how strong could it be? And then it's way too fucking sweet. Like, it's drinkable, but it's too sweet.
I have absolutely no desire to return back home. Won't you miss your family? Somewhat, I suppose. My parents have been nothing but nice. My parents have been nothing but nice to me, but they have always put me under a good deal of pressure. Whenever they speak to me, it is to warn me about my manners, or coach me about my eventual ascension to the throne. I have no desire to deal with that sort of stress. I want to read more manga and watch anime and explore this country, and I wish to do it all with you, darling.
Ina launches herself to me. Yeah, bitch! Sorry, I got startled. Don't jump at me like that. Frickin' knocked her unconscious on the floor. But rather than, like, her face, like, you know, being bruised, my entire knuckles are, like, disfigured. Fucking hell. I want the official name. No, not official name, but I just keep thinking, if there's a gender-bent universe for Transformers, they gotta change the fucking name to Megatrans. I don't know why, it's just amusing to me. The Matrix of Leadership turned him into a chick because he doesn't have enough willpower compared to Optimus Prime to keep his busty form. Ina launches herself at me, but I preempted this and am able to shuffle back on the couch before she can envelop me in her embrace. I've gotten pretty good at dodging absolute displays of affection, thanks to the months I've known Hayurai. I guess you could call it a talent of mine. Appreciate the gesture. I eye Ina with some trepidation, my arms folded. But like I said, this is really is too sudden. I haven't even graduated from university yet.
University?
Higher education comes after high school. Haven't you read about it in all the manga you like so much?
I usually skip those chapters, they bore me. It is a new concept to me. The manga I read all revolve around cute girls and they attend institutions known as high school. I was not aware human education persisted beyond such boundaries.
I guess that's not too surprising. I don't read much manga myself, but from what I know, these kind of things do tend to depict overly idyllic lives of high school students. University, by contrast, is more stressful. You're already an adult by the time you get to university, and you've got to start worrying seriously about the future. The university experience is a bit harder to cutify than careless high school antics. This room here, that is where we're sitting in right now. I gesture with my arms. Is a club room in the wing of our university. Hayurai and I are both students. She's 1 year older than I am. I'm studying physics, and with the hope of getting a good job once I graduate, I need to work hard, or all my efforts and all my money will go to waste. University isn't cheap. Damn, that makes makes me really sad, because it's like every now and then my mother gets pretty upset at me and my brother, or at least my brother, because I thought I kind of skipped school, but apparently I've stayed in school more than my brother, which is surprising. And every time she tells me that, you know, she's afraid of us wasting our lives, wanting us to get, you know, a good paying job and all this and that, it kind of hurts me a little bit, because it feels like I've disappointed her, and it sounds so painful to hear her, because going on about how, you know, she wasted her life by not paying attention or whatever, this, that, and third, and she doesn't want us to make the same mistake, which we certainly are, and it hurts to hear, because the way she says it, it's not out of anger or disappointment, but almost somewhat out of fear in a sense. And it's like, I mean, I guess I could change, but I don't want to put a lot of effort into, you know, going to university and shit like that, because if I put in money in that, I would just, because if I'm not interested in something, then I don't pay attention. And yes, I do regret not paying attention in school. I wish I could have learned a bit more and wasn't such a stupid fucking kid. I am truly an idiot. And just hearing her, it's almost, in a sense, without tears, it's almost like emotionally she's crying, and I can't describe the way it sounds, but it hurts, because it makes me so disappointed in myself, and I fear that she's disappointed in me, because I was thinking that, you know, I can't really look after myself, so I would assume that, you know, when she passed on, that my brother would take the place of taking care of me. But by the looks of it, I don't want to be mean, but he seems kind of incompetent in that sense too. Because she won't always be here to look after me, and because I'm lazy and stupid, I can't really look after myself. But it's like either, you know, I would love to live with my brothers, trust me, I would love to, you know, split money for bills and such, that it would be much easier than me living on my own. But it's like, it's either, oh, you know, Lou, I feel like Travis is kind of don't want to say incompetent, but he can't really look after himself either, so it's more like we're both gonna be homeless if I go try and live with him. And then with my other brother, I mean, he's fine, he technically can look after me, but then it's like I have to deal with my sister-in-law, and that's a pain in the ass. At any moment, there's the fear of, you know, getting into an argument and then getting kicked out. And then, like, I don't really want to live with my aunties and such, because I feel like, you know, with my mother, I got away with a lot of things because she was a lot more carefree and understanding. Where I don't like being under a strict household and being told what to do. I don't think I could live like that. And I know I should just grow up and, you know, stop acting so childish, but growing up, that's a lot of effort I'd rather not go through. But like, it's just, I don't know why that just reminded me. It's just her, you know, going up at my brother, like, because he would always skip school and, you know, not stay in class. He would stay in class, but he'd more stay home, right? Even though she made, like, special little alarms for us on her phone so she could wake us up. And like, the way I see it is that I always get up straight away, because if I don't, she was just gonna nag me anyway, right? Same with taking out the bins. I take out the bins straight away, because if I you know, hold off on it, then she's gonna keep screaming my name. I think the only times I've ever like did it straight away, I think there's a few times, and that's when I'm playing something, or I would tell my friend to protect me or whatever. But like, just hearing the way she doesn't want our lives to go down the drain like hers, it hurts so much. It hurts me, and I talk to her like, you know, like, oh, I won't always be around. Like, yes, I know that, right? I know that no one's ever gonna be around, but she keeps bringing it up, and I know it's probably for my own sake, that, you know, because reminding me that I won't have anyone to live with when she's no longer around. But it's like, I don't want to hear it. Like, I understand not everyone's gonna be here, but I want to live in the moment. I don't want to be reminded that she's getting older and that she won't always be here while I'm here with no one to look after me, you know? I don't want to hear that. I just want to spend as much time with her as I can without being reminded of the constant, ever-looming death of us all. It's not even of us all, it's just... it's like... no shit, you're going to die soon. Like, I don't want to be mean, but it's like, she reminds us, like, I don't know. Like, she can't... well, I can't say drink, but, like, she keeps trying to quit smoking. But because of my other older brother, it's harder when she quits, but he doesn't. And it kind of leads her back, and it's like... and it's all this shit of, like... oh, I'm going to quit. Oh, I'm gonna do this for New Year. Then still not going. So it's almost like I don't really. It's not that I don't pay attention, but it's more that I don't listen, because I know she's trying. She really is. I promise you, she is. But it's the same. It's the same always. She'll just go back, and nothing ever changes. And I don't know why I keep getting my hopes up that maybe one day she'll actually quit and maybe live a happier life, live longer, instead of these fucking cigarettes. I'm sorry. I apologize. This went on a bit of a tangent of a emotional roller coaster. It is, fuck, I really am sorry. It's just, I don't want to be reminded. I know what she's saying, but I don't need to hear that she won't always be here. I don't want to hear it. I tell her repetitively that I don't want to hear it, but every now and then she'll keep bringing it up. It's not like she has dementia. Just more the way, I don't know how to describe it, and I can't recall what she says, but like, you know, it's something of like her not wanting to waste her life, but the way she says it hurts so much. I don't want to disappoint her, but it's almost like I can't be bothered to put any effort in, and I do regret not paying attention. But then the fear is like, if I've got to be honest, if I were to go back, if I could have a chance to go back to change it, I probably won't, because, you know, the whole timeline theory, because if I go back and change something, it might prevent from me ever meeting the people I know now, or the family, or the help, because it's like, if I go back knowing the information I do now, like, I wouldn't have as much tantrums, right? And hissy fits, but because of that, I won't have any help with all the support care worker and the dietologist and shit like this. And if I go back, I don't know how to, go forward through the same events because my mind isn't very smart, it's very faulty. So what I have to do or say to get back to this exact moment, I would be lost in a timeline that is not my own. And that is something beyond scary because sure, that version would be my mother, but it wouldn't be my exact mother. That isn't my timeline. And that's where it gets a bit messy. I could lose friends, I could lose loved ones. Things might turn out differently if I would, with my more mature mind. It wouldn't end greatly. I know it. It's a feeling. And it just makes me regret not paying attention more because I wouldn't change a thing. Because if I did, it wouldn't be my timeline. And that is something far scarier. Like, sure, I could live a happy family, we could live our lives to the fullest without any worry in the better timeline, but would that truly be any better? Just a replica? Not even a replica, not even my own. It wouldn't be my family, it wouldn't be my brother, it wouldn't even be my mother or father. They are a timeline away, a timeline I will never get back to. And sure, it's like, oh, I'm overthinking, I'm over paranoid. Maybe I am. But it just makes me regret my actions more. Because you can't go back, and if you could, I wouldn't change a thing. Because if I could, I wouldn't want to go back. Because if I could, I wouldn't know how to get back to this exact moment. And that's something far scarier. Nope. I'm gonna ignore I didn't see that because that just, nope. Sorry, I got distracted. That's fucking stupid. Did you know Clark Kent's glasses are a Kryptonian origin and amplifies his low-level hypnosis ability, and this allows him to control how others in his vicinity perceive him, and explains why nobody has ever recognized him as Superman. That's fucking stupid. Because, I prefer the other theory where it's let's say you're going to work at Subway or whatever in a mall, right? Or even going to a concert or a con. If you don't expect to see Tom Holland and Robbie Downey Jr., then most likely you won't think to look. And, because that's the thing of Robbie Downey Jr., right? Won second place in a Tony Stark lookalike competition. Second place! The actor for Iron Man. It was one of the, I think, a thing of Andrew Garfield walking around with a cheap Spider-Man shirt, and no one bats an eye because you don't expect to see Andrew Garfield walking along the street. Does thou even hoist? Sorry, I got distracted. My brain spaced out. University isn't cheap. I really can't afford to get married now. It isn't very practical.
Oh, I see. I suppose I understand. That is unfortunate, but...
Ina's eyes light up.
That simply means I will have to wait until you have graduated. Then there will be nothing to stop our wedding.
Yeah, about that. I run my hand through my hair. How long do you think it'll take me to graduate anyway?
I do not know. I am not familiar with human customs such as graduation, and your days do not pass as they do in Corville. It is hard for me to give a proper estimate, but would it perchance take 2 of your Earth weeks?
2 weeks? I shake my head. I think this girl might be laboring under a misperception here. Try 2 years.
What?
Ina's eyes widen.
Well, that is a long time.
Yeah, it is. That's why you should probably give up on that idea. I doubt you'd want to hang around here for that long, waiting on me.
It is true. It is inconvenient. It is an inconvenient amount of time. I was hoping the process would be much swifter. But if you say I must wait 2 years before you will consider my proposal, then that is what I will do.
Well, damn, this bitch isn't taking no for an answer. If I was a girl and these were 2 guys fighting for my affection, this would be a totally, different fucking story. But because it's a thick, big-titted alien woman, there's no problems here, apparently. I'm just saying.
I do not plan to return to Corville anytime soon. You see, I would far rather be your wife than a princess. It sounds like fun.
She did say that before, didn't she? She wants to marry me so she doesn't have to become a queen. Well, why don't you marry her? Not me. So she doesn't have to become a queen. I know if I don't know if avoidance is the best reason for a couple to get married. But couples on this planet get married for spurious reasons all the time. Love isn't the only factor, not by a long shot. What Ina's suggesting isn't all that uncommon. Actually, not that I'm planning to tell her that. I don't want to give her any further ammunition to fuel her delusions. Does she actually like me anyway? Her friendliness is awfully effusive, but perhaps that's just a part of our culture. I'm busy pondering this one.
Oh?
Or is it like, oh?
Ina jumps, alarmed, as a low rumbling sound emits from her stomach.
Smiling bashfully, she rests one hand upon her abdomen and then says,
My apologies for that most ungracious sound. I apologize if I have caused any offense.
It's alright. You can't help being hungry.
I imagine you haven't eaten in a while since you left the palace. That is indeed correct. I was so caught up in my attempt to flee my home planet, I did not think to eat beforehand. Revi made me some snacks to eat during my flight. She is my maid, but they were not nearly enough to sustain me. I have had a long journey across the cosmos, and I am rather peckish. I was hoping to stop at a moon's bucks along the way, but I did not bring any space dollars with me in my haste.
This is so fucking stupid. You can't even make up a fake currency and a fake, like the fucking, the fucking, what was that other game where I'm a vicious witch and shit, right? They have a whole other city and shit and different character names, but you can't create like a space store with like a space currency.
In my haste,
$3.
You do not know it?
I know something like it. Does it by any chance sell coffee?
Yes, indeed. How did you know?
It was a lucky guess.
I'm partial to Moonbuck's black hole and stardust frappe with a proton source and extra quasars, but alas, I could not afford it. I fear I've missed my chance now.
Oh fuck, my throat hurt. Damn, you're gonna be a pain in the ass to keep clean. Why is your glove so fluffy? Like there's black outlines, but it looks fluffy rather than it should be. I got another YouTube plushie came today. I won't say what it is because I want to make a review on it. Well, they're gonna be short fucking reviews.
I don't know about black hole frappes, but I can make you something warm and nauseous to eat. Can you really? Would that not be a burden?
Not at all. Howard and I were planning to have a hot pot tonight anyway, after we were finished stargazing. You're more than welcome to join in. I bought plenty of ingredients. I don't think Howard and I would be able to finish it all anyway.
Hot pot?
Ina blinks.
What is that? Pray tell?
Haven't you heard of it? Ina shakes her head.
I presume from the name it is a meal served in a pot at a high temperature, but other than that I am quite lost.
Yeah, that's about right. You fill a pot with broth, which you warm up over a stove, and then you throw a bunch of ingredients into it, mostly meat and veggies. Then you wait for it to cook and pick out whatever you want.
Would that not get violent if everybody's trying to grab bits of food at the same time? I know on this planet people eat with sticks that seem useful for gogging.
The fuck is gogging?
Are you meant to battle for dominance and stab your opponents in the eyes with these sticks?
I mean, you could do that, but, you know, it wouldn't be recommended. Otherwise, the space pepper will get you. No, you got it totally wrong. You're not meant to fight over the hot pot. That'd be bad manners.
You don't need to worry about not getting enough food, Ina. There's been more than enough to eat, and I'll make sure to set you aside some delicious meat. Oh, I see. Thank you for clarifying. I feel at ease now. For a while, I was worried how easily Neil would descend into chaos and anarchy.
I don't know how I feel about that attire. Like, as much as it is nice, it just, it's like, it looks fine, but it's the white parts at the bottom that I have a problem with. Like, I'm trying to figure out how I would fix it. You could either have it like a leotard and remove the red and white, like, keep the white strips, but like the white short parts and like remove that. Or you could kind of have it like, so keep the white keep the white, right? But rather than having white strips, kind of like push it up a bit, so like, and get rid of the fucking holes in it. So it's kind of like shorts slash skirt-ish thing. I guess Ina wouldn't be a fan of anarchism, given her home planet seems to be governed by a royal family. Isn't that kind of anarchic? Does her family rule over the whole planet or just part of it? If it is the former, would they be dictators? Space dictators? I wonder if that plays a part in why Ina decided to leave. I'm surprised you've never heard of Hot Pot, though. I muse aloud, arms crossed. Okay, so it's just the music. I keep hearing noises and I'm going insane. I'm actually going insane. But it's just the music, because I keep hearing thinking it's, you know, my mother's alarm, but like, you know? It's a popular dish, especially in the winter. Families often eat it together, in groups of friends. It's a good way to bond. I'm sweating like a bitch. Did you not come across it in any of the manga you read?
No, I did not. I only had access to a small handful of series, even with my family's influence. There's still much I do not know, but I am aware of sushi at the very least. Sushi, huh? Maybe we should have that together sometime. We could order a huge platter and share it. Oh, that sounds good. I would very much like to try it.
Maybe we can in the future. For now, let us stick to the hot pot. I'll start preparing all the ingredients. Hayura gets to her feet and then rolls up her sleeves. That's like a sweater. A sweater is a bitch to roll up the sleeves.
We shouldn't need to do all that much prep work. Hot pot isn't too hard to make, and it tastes incredible. I'm sure you'll love it, Ina. Just leave everything to me.
It's not that I feel nauseous, but it's like, it almost feels exhausting. I want something to play, but with this heat, it's hard to focus. It's not that it's hot, but it's like, this fan ain't doing shit. At least it's trying. I gotta give it credit, you know?
So this is the so-called hot pot you spoke of so highly.
That's right, you just reach out and help yourself to whatever you like this. Hayurai reaches out and grabs her tits. Picks a few bits of boiled sweet potato out of the hot pot, then just deposits them in Ina's bowl. They should be good to eat now, though you might want to wait for them to cool down. They just came out of the pot, so they're probably pretty hot. I was going to say Hayurai smiles at Ina indulgently, as a parent might. Ina, meanwhile, is busy fanning her mouth with one hand. Her amber eyes are wide with shock and her face is flustered. I guess she must have burned her tongue. She might be particularly sensitive to shifts in temperature, being an alien. Why are we indulging her? I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but like, surely we can't just be sitting down with a fucking alien, right? Call the fucking authorities. Send her back. Like, she's cute and all, but it's like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I don't, look, she's cute and all, but I don't want to marry her. Second, I barely can deal with this other bitch, and now there's two of them? Can we stop acting like it's happy-go-lucky? I just want to go home and rest. I'm done with stargazing. Hot Pot's ruined. I don't know why I'm actually irritated by this. Can we stop acting like this is normal? She fell out of the fucking sky, and you're just gonna give her a hot pot? Is there no one? Astronauts? Authorities? We can't just sit here and act like this is fucking normal. What? She's... Why am I the one having to deal with women? Why can't it just be some cute guys? She might be particularly sensitive to shifts in temperature, being an alien. I wonder what the weather is like on her home planet. Are you alright, Ina? Do you need something to drink? I can pour you a cup of barley tea if you like. Oh no. I'm just sorry, my head's not all there, like... I want to stream, but I also want to talk to people. And it's like, I thought I could, I don't know why, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I thought I could just maybe, I'll stream this until there's 3, like, little, like, images like this, right? And then take a break, but it's like, it's hard Fuck. So I guess I'm just disappointed because I want to eat healthy, right? And I tell my family that too. Like, so yeah, just don't buy so and so, right? And she's like, okay, yeah, for New Year's, we'll try and eat healthy. The other day we had KFC and I felt shit about myself. Because my problem is I can say no, but if you offer me something, then that's kind of like a loophole of like, maybe, I mean, you're the one offering, it wouldn't hurt, because, you know, it's not me saying no, because you're the one offering, I didn't ask. And then tonight we had pizza and I feel even more shit about myself. I just feel so fucking angry, and I couldn't go to the gym because fucking my brother got fucking COVID, giving everyone else COVID, which also means that my support co-worker couldn't come by to keep me company because he didn't feel fucking comfortable getting sick, understandably. So everything, I'm just not having a good fucking week. Wasted $11 because no one can fucking help me. Ina swallowed her mouthful of searing hot sweet potato, then offered Hayuri a small smile of reassurance. I'm quite alright. Thank you for your concern. I did not expect this so-called hot pot to be quite so, well, hot. Really now? I raise an eyebrow. The clue is in the name.
The heat is not unbearable. I was simply taken by surprise, that is all. My tongue does feel rather funny now, though.
I'm not gonna kiss it better, so you better keep your fucking tongue to yourself.
I believe I shall follow your advice next time and blow on my food before I put it inside my mouth. That should prevent any further mishaps. I do hope so. I wouldn't want to hurt you. Hot pot is something you're meant to enjoy, even if it does make your mouth tingle.
Hayuri takes a disc of sweet potato from her own bowl and blows on it. Then she pops it inside her own mouth. What the fuck is this? Can I vent a little bit? Just something that bothers me a little bit. Like, not enough to annoy me, but it's a little bit irritating, I guess. And it's like, the whole story is that, you know, the whole Minecraft world and story I'm trying to create is that, you know, the nether portal, or whatever you want to call it, right, is supposed to be something sinister, something beyond comprehension, right? And, you know, I preferably would prefer only myself to explore it, only mostly to keep the other characters safe, right? But then Henry kind of does his own thing and then enters it anyway, and I don't know, it bothers me a little bit. Like, the whole point is to not I don't even know anymore. And then he goes on to say how, like, because I'm like, oh, I want to create all these different other story, da-da-da, like I'm getting ahead of myself, right? And he goes, oh, well, you know, you gotta get over your fear first. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, oh, yeah, and it's like, it's not, I mean, I guess technically it would be counted as fear, but that's not the only thing, because he makes it sound like my character is just unreasonably afraid for no reason, and I'm trying to make sure there is a reason, right? And it's not enough to break the whole story, but it bothers me a bit, and I'm allowed to vent here because he probably won't hear me venting, because I was gonna say, because he won't, like, he's not allowed on this stream because I said so, but it's more like he won't find this stream. Or, I mean, he could be listening now. And if that's the case, hey Henry, I'm not taking anything back, this is just how I feel. But I'm not trying to dictate how his character reacts, you know, because I want everyone to have free control as long as it doesn't fuck over the story. So, like, it's just little nitpicks that bother me, that's all. Because I'm trying to create, like, and he just, like, whoop, go, time to fucking trade more shit with the thing, whoop. I guess also what bothers me, this thing is not his fault, it's like when he goes into a different one, right? Because as long as it's not the one in the basement, I don't care, right? But when he goes back through it, he somehow ends up going, like, through the one in the basement, which is odd, you know? I guess it's an easy shortcut, but if there's multiple portals made, how are you gonna determine which one goes where? I think what would be cool is, like, I think it should be like a compass, right? So, like, like a compass block, right? And it's like a block, so, like, you place one outside the thing you just created, and then you place the second one on the outside, in the other side of the portal. So it dictates which, like, direction and area you're going to, rather than randomly teleporting you. And you could, like, have different colors, or you could have the same color but name it, so, like, it's like, so, like, this person placed it, so even if we have the same red compass block and enter at the same time, because we both created two different ones, it'll go to our own, you know what I mean? This fucking mattress is a pain in the ass, because sure, right? Like, yeah, there's no, it's a new mattress, so there's no holes cutting me, but it's like, it never is against the wall, or when it does, it moves, and then the blanket falls in between, making it, like, almost impossible to, you know?
Hayride takes a disc of sweet potato from her own bowl and blows on it. Then she pops it inside her own mouth. She chews for a few moments, savoring it, then sighs happily. Now that is really good. There's nothing I love more than sweet potato. I think I might like it even more than beef. What about you, Ina? Do you like it? Oh, shit, I fucking lost the voice.
Oh, I could end the stream here, but I at least want to. Ah, fuck. I don't know what's wrong with me. I mean, there's actually quite a lot wrong with me. And I can't really see my usual doctor or whatever. Or, yeah, because, you know, the whole, like, Christmas holidays and such.
Yes, the food is quite lovely. It is nothing at all. It is nothing at all like anything I've ever had on my home planet. I'm happy to hear it. Try some cabbage next and some of the sticky rice cakes Haru likes so much. Oh, and the beef. It should be done by now. Hayurai picks out more choice items from the bubbling pot with her chopsticks, then deposits them in Ina's bowl. Steam is wafting from the pot, filling the club room with the scent of cooking meat and vegetables. I'm sorry, after this CGI thing is done, I gotta end stream. I need something to play. Because I don't know what is wrong with me, but I can't focus. Steam is wafting from the pot, filling the club room with the scent of cooking meat and vegetables. It's a heavy kind of aroma that'll linger on my clothes for days afterwards, but that's a small price to pay, given how delicious it is. I take some beef of my own, for Hayura can swipe the rest and chow down on it. The meat is sliced into fine strips, so all the flavors from the broth can seep into it. It really is quite delicious. I know I complained a lot, but I'm starting to think I'm pretty fortunate that I can enjoy Hayurai's delicious cooking. Hayurai's food is so good, I don't think I could ever get sick of it. She'd make a great wife one day, of that I'm certain. Any guy would be lucky to come back home after a hard day's work to be greeted by a full-course meal made by Hayurai's delicate hands. Sometimes when Hayurai and I eat together like this, I find myself fantasizing. She really would be a great catch, if only she wasn't so, well, spacey. Ina and I sigh, almost in unison, as we both swallow mouthfuls of food. I've never tasted anything quite like this before. It is so beyond my scope of experience. I'm not sure I have the words to describe it. This meat is so tender and juicy, it particularly melts in my mouth. It's so easy to eat, I can't stop myself. Ina plucks a piece of cabbage from her bowl next, then tries to eat it. I say she tried, because her first attempt is a failure, as it is the second. Hayurai taught Ina how to use her chopsticks while the hot pot was still boiling, but she's yet to master the art. I suppose they don't use chopsticks in Corval. Maybe they go in for knives and forks, like they do in Western countries. Ina's been fumbling with her chopsticks a lot throughout the meal. She splashed both the table and her clothes with broth from the hot pot. But she's so focused on the meal, she doesn't seem to care. I'm tempted to offer Ina some help with the chopsticks, but there we go. The third time is, as the saying goes, the charm. Finally, Ina is able to maneuver the cabbage to her mouth without incident. She chomps down on it
on it quickly as though afraid it might run away from her. Which, given Ina's poor track record with her chopsticks, it just might. It's a miracle she's not dropped any of her food on the floor yet. She chews on the cabbage, crunching it between her teeth, then sighs as she swallows it.
This is good too. It's incredibly good, in fact.
Now that's an overreaction, if I've ever seen one. I can understand Ina's enthusiasm about the beef, which is high-grade stuff, but this is only a cabbage. You can buy cabbages dirt cheap at any supermarket. They're a staple of a lot of poor people's diets, but maybe they don't grow cabbages in Cornwall. Ina hasn't seemed unfamiliar with any of the food simmering away in the hot pot. What does she usually eat anyway? You're really enjoying yourself, huh?
Yes, I am.
Ina nods enthusiastically.
This cabbage has such an interesting texture. It is very crunchy, unlike the meat. They complement one another well. All the food in this pot is so intriguing. None of the separate elements are alike, but that adds to the fun of it. These separate ingredients all come together to create a truly enjoyable experience. That's part of the fun of having a hot pot. It's full of all kinds of good stuff. Speaking of which, we're starting to run a little low on ingredients. Do you want me to put more meat in it, Haru?
Sure, I still have room for more. Can I get more rice cakes too?
Of course.
Hayurai adds a few more ingredients into the bubbling hot pot, then pokes them with her chopsticks.
It's a good thing I brought extra beef today. I had a hunch we might need it. This is so good.
Ina sighs happily as she takes a bite from the rice cake. Hayurai pilfered for her a few moments earlier.
This white substance is so squishy. It is very satisfying to chew. It feels so good between my teeth. Now that I have begun to eat, it seems that I cannot stop. Earthling food is too good. I'm going to get addicted.
Ina's eyes the bubbling hot spot with eager anticipation, her face flushed with the giddy happiness of a child.
I knew coming to Earth was a good idea. Your customs are so intriguing, though I cannot say much about your utensils. These chopsticks are very hard to use, but I suppose that does add to the challenge of it. This is so much fun.
I actually have some chopsticks, not that I use them, but I got them with some of the Akabento boxes that I got, before they closed down, unfortunately. But I got like special made Soul Eater knot themed chopsticks, like metal chopsticks. Although I don't use them. I think I have 2 sets of chopsticks, like that one and I think another one, but I could be wrong. I know this is a shorter episode, but I just need something to stimulate my mind.